Star Dream, Excerpt 2 by Doc Locke. The vehicular arena was a roar of crowds awaiting spectacle. Sounds echoed away through the halls and vents into the back rooms, leading towards the garages. While the stands for the arena were hundreds of meters high, the garages only went as high as about 75 meters, and they barely contained the semi-humanoid vehicles the contestants used for the various events planned this evening. The contestants had their house banners hanging down in each area over the vehicles as their teams hustled about, doing last-minute touches and drastic overhauls to ensure victory for their pilots, the Knights. A knight of House Bon King chatted with his coach under the sub-banner of Family Drumpf, trying to avoid a fellow knight of Ban King, sub-bannered Family Tesla, both their respective vehicles covered in ornate casings of statuesque heraldry and ornate statues. House Martin families worked pridefully over their vehicles with smooth, shiny minimalism with layered, striking contrasts. And then there was Jackie Wong of House Zenith. His vehicle, his steed, was barely more than an endoskeleton with a patchwork of armor layered over it, with paint layered over and over it, with a great smiling shark pattern on its main body and cockpit. Jackie's arms were covered in grease as he pulled himself through the mechanical reactor, putting the last touches on it. "Hey, Knight Errant Jackie," his pit team leader shouted up the scaffolding. "You hear the rumors about the family Wilson Knight?" No, Charlie, I haven't." Jackie wiped his hands and asked another pit crew to finish closing her up. "Now, hopefully you're not just gossiping with me." "I ain't, Jackie." Charlie intermittently checked his clipboard while getting closer to Jackie on the scaffolding. "There's talk that the family Wilson ain't family Wilson." "Oh? Who are they, then?" Jackie took a swig of Nutrifluid and then grabbed his mid-20th century aviator's cap. "You don't think they might be the Red Rogue, do you?" "Oh, what would that vigilante want from here?" Charlie almost looked away from his clipboard as he scoffed. "No, I'm hearing he's actually family Roosevelt. Specifically Fabio. Fabio Roosevelt. Why would he be here instead of the front lines?" "Yeah, you gotta remember, Wong. For House Bon King Knights and their luxury steeds mean war and competition are two different things for 'em, unlike work-a-day nobles like yourself." "So you're saying he's on vacation?" Jackie continued suiting up. "What's he getting out of it here?" "From what I understand of his record, an actual thrill." Charlie looked away from his clipboard at another pit crew's clipboard directed at his face. "The captain he works under in the Crinid Wars is a master astro-naval strategist who hates using knights." "And Pretty Boy ain't happy to just collect his military pay while on the bench?" "Almost respectable." "Well, his more proper relatives have quite a polo influence and be quite temperamental about it if you hurt their precious little boy's face, if you catch my meaning." "Yeah," Jackie finished setting himself. "Some meaning. They ready for me?" "Yeah, you and Fabio." Charlie made his way to the scaffolding ladder with the rest of the crew. "Try not to get into a scandal, Jackie." Jackie jumped into his cockpit and secured himself. He glanced down at his dials and readouts as he hit ignition. An eye lingered on a photograph of him and a woman. Shaking his head, Jackie gripped the controls proper and pulled his vehicle in reverse. Its legs, aided by wheels, jostled free of its holding place. Jackie's hands went from the various mechanical controls while paying hard attention to the augmented reality HUD overlay in his window. He drove along the path highlighted to him and made his way to the arena queue, in line behind various other knights awaiting their turn. On the opposite side was the family Wilson Knight, actually Fabio, and his steed. All opponents raised a forfeiture sign, fearing to upset their standing. A big screen showed Fabio and his steed, dejected by the lack of action. The forfeiture sign was raised. Jackie gunned it, and his steed went screaming down the lane, lance and mounted fixture. The screen showed Fabio's expression light up. He too gunned it, and the crowd went wild. "What in space odds name were you thinking?" Charlie screamed at Jackie, recklessly flinging his clipboard around. He looked like he wanted a fight. A bruised Fabio walked up as Charlie stormed away. Jackie stood, smiling. They shook hands. "That was some damn fine riding out there." "Jackie Wong," Fabio nodded. "You seem like a man of action, even more so than me." "Damn straight. I can make some calls, get you out there in the heat of it." "With the guy you work for?" "Heaven forbid."